Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just let people know that I'm here. Hi, Moosey. You're going to help me today. Moosey's going to help me today. We're going to do the morning show together. Right, Moose? Excuse me, Mr. Moose. Stop. It's being the past already. Better behave. People are watching. Good morning, Pat Moss. Hello, hello. I was just finding it on Facebook so I could share it out to everybody. So if you would find it and help me do the same, I would really appreciate that. Morning, Andrea. Blue. Yes, I saw your phone call, but I was in the bathroom. I couldn't get to you. Oh, thank you for sharing. Annie 7, good morning, good morning. Let me get this shared out to people and see who we can get in here. I don't have to share it to the ones that are already here. Annie, you're here. Okay. I know. I've got a dog doing zoomies already. Oh, thank you, Marietta. It's good to be back. Trust me, I'd rather be here than be sitting in the dark. I'm a frozen pea. Am I a frozen pea? I don't know. You can see and hear me. All right, Annie, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it freezes and sometimes it's your computer freezing. So you just never know until people say something. All right, so I'm sharing it into some groups. And let's get the love flowing. Yeah, I was a little frozen there, wasn't I? Okay, it's all right. It's all good. Right, so I'm sharing it into some groups. Okay. Oh, Deirdre. Oh, thank you. It's so good to be seen. I tell you, I do not like being away from you all. You sang to me. I'll have to listen to it, Blue. I will. I'll listen to your message. Linda Lemieux, good morning. Good morning. Another one who weathered the storm. All right, let's do some heart brain coherence. Have you all been doing it without me? I hope so. I hope every morning that you do the heart brain coherence, where you put your hand on your heart and slow down the breathing. And then add in some love. Add in joy. Add in some peace. Peace of mind. Peace in your heart. Peace in your home, hopefully. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in the sound of nature, the beautiful birds singing. And when you breathe out, just spread that peace. And hold somebody in your heart to call in here. Who are you calling in this morning? Who do you want to be in here with us today? Oh, thank you. Blue's calling in a whole slew of people. And we got Erica in. Julie Kiss. Yes, I made it through the storm, Julie. You're having amazing wind. Well, I can relate to that amazing wind. Very much so. Right, Lucy? Moose did not like the wind. Not at all. He especially didn't like when the wind was blowing stuff up against the building. Yeah, that didn't set well with him. Good morning, Charlie Coons. And Charlie, what amazing pictures I saw on Facebook. You got to see the Northern Lights, and I'm so happy that you did. They're awesome, aren't they? Anybody else get to see them besides Charles? Well, let's see. Keep calling people in. Do you want to do story time this morning? Story time with Mama P. Hi, Brookie. Yes, we're back on. Good morning. Good morning. Keep coming in and sharing and sending it out to people. Get out of my purse. He is a little thief. Hi. The people are watching you this morning. Yes, they are. They're saying, what is Moosey up to? What's Moosey up to? Huh? I have been having so much fun with him. And this is my last day with Sweet Moose and the others because I'll be hitting the road tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's a travel day. All right, no nipping. Hey, 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 settle, settle. I gotta tell a story. Leo, hello, hello. And Blue said, yes, they recently did a study about putting your hand on your heart. Your brain lights up in the same way as if you're receiving a hug. Oh, I love that. And yes, I've missed you all, Leo. And Brookie, you drove out through rays of green light beaming down 2 nights ago and landed where there was a lot of purple in the sky. Oh, how awesome. Hey, settle. Settle or you're going down. Stop. 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 He is all puppy. I'm really going to miss this little guy, let me tell you. Okay, so the message from the angels is called A Flame in the Dark. Survival is not just about living through something, but rather about thriving through it. That's from J.R. Rim. I sat in a dark room, listening to the wind swirl outside as thunder rolled. I made it through Hurricanes Francine in Louisiana and Helena in Florida without losing power and with no damage. Milton, however, knocked the power out sometime after midnight. 3 sweet dogs huddled close to me as tree branches kept hitting against the house. It gave me a chance to sit in the moment and feel. I didn't take the storm lightly, as I knew it had already spun off a lot of tornadoes. I have to admit that there was a moment when it hit me how precarious the situation was, and my bravery didn't feel so brave. I was very grateful when a friend called to virtually hold my hand for a bit, Blue. She made me laugh and distracted me with some small talk. It was the last communication I would have with anyone for a couple of days, except for the nice neighbors who came to make sure I was okay. All means of communication was cut off, along with the power. The following night, I sat in the dark after all the puppies had fallen asleep. I sat in the quiet stillness. There was no noise, inside or outside of the house. A lone candle burned across the room. I watched the flame, and I asked the angels to show me that they were present with me. The flame started dancing. Remember, there was no air movement. Once more, the angels had helped renew my faith. Dear angels, survival is often seen as simply enduring hardship, but true survival goes beyond mere endurance. It's about thriving in the face of adversity. To thrive means to grow, to learn, and to become stronger through challenges. Life will present us with storms, but it's how we weather them that we find our strength and our purpose. Dear ones, when you face trials, it's easy to focus on survival as just getting by. However, survival can be transformative. Just as a seed must break open in the dark earth to sprout and grow, you too must go through breaking points to experience growth. You don't simply live through hardships, you evolve through them. Thriving requires you to embrace the lessons embedded in your struggles, to see them as stepping stones toward a deeper understanding of life and yourself. Spiritual growth thrives in these moments where you choose to rise above the situation, seeking meaning, and cultivate resilience. This is how you turn survival into thriving, by shifting your mindset from fear and resistance to acceptance and transformation. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to deepen your connection with your inner self and with the divine, showing you that even in hardship, there is a path forward filled with light and hope, even if it's a tiny candle flame. The art of thriving is in finding grace amid chaos, peace in uncertainty, and wisdom through experience. By embracing this perspective, you learn that survival isn't just about making it to the other side, but emerging with a new sense of purpose, resilience, and spiritual fulfillment. Dear angels, today I promise to grow and evolve with each challenge that life brings my way. So what challenges have you gone through? What struggles, what dark nights of the soul have happened to you? And were you able to get renewed from it? That's the challenge, isn't it? It's not that, yeah, we survived, we made it through, yay, we're on the other side now. Are you different because of it? You know, when we had the shutdown back in 2020 and we were told nothing except don't go out of your house, don't do this, don't do that, don't be around other people. It was a time of sorrow, but it was a time also of confusion, of not knowing what was happening. And I did a lot of writing during that time. And I remember one of the things I wrote was a letter to myself. And the letter went something like, Dear Teri, this is what's happening. How will you be different on the other side of it? This is a really dark time. This is a time where nobody knows anything about the world and what's happening to our world. And look at this letter and look and see how you changed after you went through the experience. So I think in any experience we go through, any darkness, any time of confusion, we could ask that question, how will I be different because of this? How will I change because of this? And as I sat there in that dark night, just a couple of nights ago, and I said, God, it's just me right now. I don't have any way to communicate other than just to speak and hope that I'm being heard. And I was heard. And when we get confirmation through things, I think it puts a smile on my face. I know that when I get a confirmation. But I think it renews that sense in us that, yeah, we got it right. You know, we understood the memo and we know what the mission is. And that's what it did for me. It's like, yes, we're here. Did you even have a moment of doubt? And yeah, I had a moment of doubt that there was anybody but me in this room, me and the puppies, until I saw that flame start dancing. When the flame started dancing on the candle, and there's no air movement, the power was off. So there was no fans, no AC, no movement of animals or anything else. And that was their message to me. Yes, we're here. Do you see us? We are here. And I said, yes, I see you. So what have you been through that created that sense in you of just fulfillment and knowing that you're not alone, knowing that there is a force greater than any other force in our universe. There's a power higher than us. All right, so Kathy Hand, good morning. So good to be here with you. Josie and Ricky. We got an ARG for our Rick, our pirate. Erica, it was the time I found you. Yes, it was. It was the time when I was told. Sorry. I think the puppy's stuck. Are you okay? Are you okay, Wolf? Wolf. Jasper. Jasper. This is our morning routine. Okay. But it was a time when I was told to reach out to people to see how you were. And this was similar to that. Hey, enough. Jas, leave your brother alone. You, settle down. Kathy says, I'm going to try, you guys. They're being obnoxious here. Stop. Today, even though the big yard sale down in town was yesterday, I'm going to set up 2 tables in my driveway in hopes of catching people on their drive to and from our town's yearly Color Fest craft and food festival. Oh, I bet it's so beautiful there right now with the leaves. And I'm sure you got lots of tourists. Kathy said there was a really good song by Judah and the Lion called Long Dark Night, which is awesome. I'd love to hear that. Okay, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. They don't want me to go? Well, fortunately, I'm going to be able to go. I got panicked a little bit because the homeowners are out on a cruise and they were supposed to be back today. They got stuck because they went out of Tampa Bay. And y'all know what happened over in Tampa this week. So they were told that they're not able to disembark until Monday. So I talked to the homeowners yesterday and told them I really have to go. I have to get up to Pennsylvania. So the neighbors are going to come over and take care of the puppies and make sure they're fed and if they get outside time. So I'm very happy to announce that, yes, I will be on the road starting tomorrow morning. I will head out toward Pennsylvania, and it's going to be a long trip. So I need lots of prayers for that journey, and I'll be traveling alone. I was hoping to have company, but I'll be traveling alone, and I'm going to be pushing it. So please pray that I'm able to stay awake, and if anybody wants to call me, feel free to call and to let me know that you're going to keep me awake on that journey. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. And the leaves in Maryland are only starting to change. I'll hold on to the summer as long as I can. Awesome. Okay. Kuan Yin says, the quickening. The fast track with the Divine Mother moves us rapidly through life's challenges. The road can get a bit bumpy when traveling at her accelerated pace, nor will you often feel that you are in control of the navigation. This is part of the experience when you are to be moved rapidly with divine help, but to just hold on to her and trust you'll get to where you need to be. Just hold on. That's the key, isn't it? When the winds are howling and everything's swirling around you, just hold on to those promises. I do. I hold on a lot of times to some of the Psalms because I just dearly love the message in them. And the message is always that we've got this. You know, we're stronger than we think we are. And we are. Oh, Annie, thank you, sweetheart. I love when you call and bother me, Annie. It's not bothering me at all, especially on those long drives. It's really a blessing to have somebody talking so that I'm not nodding, right? So thank you to those who do that. And thank you, Blue, for knowing intuitively that I needed a soothing voice on the other end of the phone when I was going through all of that storm the other night. 3 storms in a row. And I told somebody yesterday, 3 strikes are out. I'm out of here. I'm out of Florida. And I don't know what's going on. I think there might be another one brewing out there, 1 or 2, but I'm not sticking around for them because I got things to do. And we've got a spiritual experience that's going to be happening this coming weekend. It's less than a week away, you guys. And so much exciting things that are planned for that weekend. I just can't wait to be there with all of you. All right, let's do some angels in my pocket. What you got? What pages need to be read from Angels in My Pocket? I'm glad Moose settled down finally. Hi, Brandy. I'm glad you're watching. And who else did I see? Donna Sandoval. Megan. See, Megan Michael is watching us. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're doing well, darling. I hope you survived that storm just fine. I know it came very close to you, and there were some tornadoes that spun off close to our sea Megan. Page 3. Oh, page 17, Brookie. Sorry, I went right by you, but we'll do yours first. And good morning, Brandy. No, you're not late. You're just in time. Hi, Donna. All right, page 17 says, listen with your heart when you ask for advice from your spiritual team. It is best to step away and bring your focus to hearing instead of speaking. It is essential to know that fighting your battles is not about being right, but rather knowing what is right for you in your role in the oneness. That's beautiful. And that's exactly what I did when I sat all alone, no way to communicate with anybody at all. And I just sat here communicating with the angels, communicating with God. It's like, are you there, God? You know, have we been deserted with all of this happening here on earth, all of the turmoil and the things that are going on with disasters and wars and people in conflict? And I was shown very clearly, yep, I'm here. If you just be still and listen, I am here. So when you do communicate, listen with your heart. Listen and ask for answers. Ask for confirmation. Ask for whatever you want to ask for. And then wait. Just wait for that voice to speak, or that candle flame to move, or whatever it is, a feather to fall down from the sky. Whatever confirmation they give you, just be still and watch for it. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. Yes, wasn't that a perfect message, Brookie? Thank you for picking that page. And now we go to page 3 for our blue jean. Sometimes a very unique being appears in the world to remind you of your own magnificence. They are simply reflections of who you are. You are love and light, walking in a human body. If the light you see is bright, It's simply a mirror reflecting that light inside of you. What will you do to honor the one holding the mirror? When we look at each other and we see God, we see amazing love, that's just a reflection. That's somebody sending that energy back to you that they see in you. So when you look at somebody that you really look up to, that you look to as a teacher, a mentor, um, somebody that gives you spiritual wisdom, let's say our Auntie Jean, who isn't here with us this morning. I wish she was. Just know that that's a mirror that she's holding up for you. When you look to someone for answers, they're just reflecting back what's already there inside of you. So that's what this message is saying, is just honor that. Honor that as them being a mirror of who you are in your own life. I love that message. Page 23, our Brandy says, and there's Donna. Good morning, sweet one. And Kathleen, I'm so happy you're here. What did I say? Page 23 and then 25 for Kathy Hand. Those 2 pages. You are now shifting into a 5D energy field, and all that stuff does not fit in there. It's like the suitcase that is overfull. You force it to zip up, then you complain about how heavy it is. Wouldn't the better solution be to only have what will fit into it? Do you not see that you feel your lives full of excess every day? What can you leave out of the suitcase? What is bogging you down and tethering you to the heavy energy? This is something we can do every day. Every day we can say, do I still need this in my life? You know, it's just like going through your physical closet and seeing all the things that you haven't touched in maybe a year and say, do I still need that? Is that something that maybe doesn't fit anymore? Maybe it's too little, maybe it's too big, or maybe it's just not your style anymore. Well, it's the same thing with our spirituality. In our spiritual closet, we might have things that don't fit anymore. We might have things that are outdated. So go through and see, what do you need to carry with you? And it may be a very light suitcase. You just never know. All right, so page 25, 25 for Kathy Hand. Being in balance doesn't mean that you are eliminating fear, just that you are taking back your control of how much it interferes with your life. See the fear for what it is, an emotion. Take a moment to step back and breathe. The breath will connect you into your power, which is divine love. Just step back. That's all. Just step away. See what that fear is telling you. And I always ask, is there a reason for that fear? Just like when the storm was swirling around me, is there a reason for me to be afraid? And am I trusting enough that I don't have that fear? It took me a minute, I have to say, when the storm was at its worst point, and there were so many things at one time hitting up against the house, up against windows, up against doors, and there was a moment of saying, oh, this could be it. But it wasn't it. And I just had to go into my heart and intuitively feel, am I safe? Am I going to trust that I'm safe? So anytime that fear raises its head, just ask yourself, step away and ask, am I safe? Can I intuitively feel that it's not me in control right now, that God's in control, and I don't have to be afraid? That's right, Kathy. Being alone in a terrible storm. I mean, it was a terrible storm. It can be scary. It can be. The human part of us says the house may not be strong enough to hold up to this wind. But the spirit side of me said, nah, I've got this. God's got this. And it's not my time. So just feel into that sense of what's going on. And do you need to be afraid? Well, maybe if it's something like a bear that's coming at you, you might want to be afraid and get to safety. But always know that God's got your back. Always. Trust that. Page 11 says, each day's difficulties are opportunities for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. The struggle is indeed real, but so is your capacity to overcome it. Life's challenges shape and mold you, and ultimately make you more resilient beings. That's what we're talking about. That's what the whole message from the angels was about, is it makes you more resilient when you've been through something and you can see the other side of it. Beautiful. Page 73 for Eric. I think that's going to be our last one. And Kathy, yes, the light in me sees and honors the light in you. That is so very true. That's namaste. And we say that every day, and that's exactly what it means. That I see you. I see me in you, and I see you in me. All right, page 73. And let's go ahead and put our prayers up if there's any prayer requests. All right, page 73 will be the one we end with. And it says, ask for guidance and check in with your own spiritual team for clarity and direction. You will then know your next step in finding harmony and peace inside of yourself. Ask for the guidance. You know, sometimes we don't ask. Sometimes we just sit and stew in all of that uncertainty. We sit with all of the angst and the upset and the fear, and we sit alone without reaching out. See, I could have done that. I had a choice. I could have just sat here like this and just go into that place of, I'm not safe. This may be the end. But I didn't. I said, nope. God, are you there? Angels, are you there? Show me your presence. And we can do that at any given moment. At any moment, we can reach out. And that's what this message is saying. Just reach out. Just speak up for yourself. Use your voice and ask. Ask for that guidance. Deirdre, I'm so glad you're here. And Deirdre has our daily prayer. Prayers for all humans. All humans. And boy, do we need all humans right now to come together and unite, don't we? Prayers for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for all families dealing with addictions. Thank you. Thank you, Deirdre, for that daily prayer that we need to pray every day. Every day, pray for our world. Pray for what's happening, the tragedies, the man-made tragedies, the wars, the conflicts, human trafficking. It's so horrible, and we're finding out more and more just how deep it is. And I pray for those children that get caught up in it. I've been listening to one person who got out of it. She came through that experience, and she's sharing now with the world what it was truly like to be caught up in that world. And I just pray for anyone who's caught up in it, and pray that they can make it to the other side. And Kathy wanted to share a scary dream where she was in a hospital because Bob had an appointment with a doctor or something, and Scooby was with us but not on a leash, and I got lost looking for him, and two people pulled me outside and were threatening to take me away. I couldn't break free. So I thought, just scream. So I did. And for the first time that I can remember, I yelled out in my sleep. I used to do that a lot, Kathy. So prayers for peace. I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, and I feel like that's a reflection of that craziness. So, yeah, sometimes our dreams can reflect what's happening on the outer. Jean says prayers of gratitude and humble thanks. Also prayers for Sally De La Rosa, Tony, and Annie Benani's brother. Keep Dave in your prayers. He's still asleep. This has never happened, and I'm glad he's getting some rest. I'm glad he is too, Jean. And hopefully he'll wake up refreshed and renewed. Kathleen says dogs have no problem to use their voice. Humans need to do that too. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Lillian, so good to see you on here. Prayers for all in need. Thank you. And Brookie, I tuned into a hearing on child trafficking in Pennsylvania last week, and I'm glad it seems they're focusing on creating a new training and task force here in our state. There's a lot of people right now that are stepping up and really coming together to say, enough, too much actually, but it's enough already, and let's do something. And the timing is right. Yes, all trafficking, not just children. That's right, because there's adults being trafficked as well. So the timing has to be there. And I think when we're together in Pennsylvania for this experience next weekend, let's brainstorm some of the ways that we can get our initiative off the ground of Save Someone's Child, because it is time. And it's time to join efforts with those who are like-minded and want to help with this. All right, any other prayers? Let's remember our Auntie Jean. And I did get confirmation from her last night that she's not going to be with us next weekend. So please pray for her physically, that she's able to get stronger and stronger every day. Who else? Like Jean mentioned, are Sally and Tony. And we have just lots of family members that are going through a tough time right now. Let's remember all of those in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Georgia, anywhere, and especially in Florida, that's been just battered with these storms. Let's remember all of those that are just suffering right now, suffering either from loss of everything they had or loss of family, loss of friends, all in need or pain of any kind. Thank you, Brandy, and lifting you up, lifting up our Tammy Fisk, Julie Kiss, everyone that goes through their struggles, our Blue Jean and her hubby Dave. All right, and please, as I said, keep me in your prayers. I'll be getting the Angel Mobile loaded up today, getting it prepared to to hit the road. And I'll stop in and see Linda Lemieux on my way out. And Kathy says, thank you, Teri. I'll remember this if and when it happens again. Even funnier, not long after I yelled out, Bob had a bad dream too, and he yelled in his sleep, and then Scooby was barking in his sleep. Yeah, there was some energy going on there that was being swirled up and swirled around. And Lily Ann wants us to pray for her Michael, her son Michael, and her grandson Gabriel, and her daughters Stein Jeanette. They're going through a big life crisis, and prayers for me to be safe. Thank you. Thank you, Lily. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Just breathe in. Breathe in that peace that can only come from finding the true you. The you that was you before this human body was a vessel for you to be in. The you that knows that God is in control. The you that knows that you were created out of love, unconditional love. And you can always find that place. If you seek, you shall find. That's a promise that's made to us all. So seek. Why wouldn't we seek that peace, that love, that joy inside of us? The next time the winds are howling and things are not feeling right and you're feeling out of sorts, go to that place. Let's do that right now, because there's a lot of howling winds right now. There's a lot of upset and turmoil and loss. There's a lot of people leaving our planet. There's a lot of people that have one thing on their mind, and that's destruction. So let's go into that place of safety and security. Breathe into it. Breathe into the knowingness of who you are and where you came from. Know who's got your back. Know your place here in this family. Just breathe. And as you breathe, call to you those who have asked for prayer. Remember our prayer list, all those that we pray for every day, and then those who are mentioned here, those who maybe you're holding in your heart that you didn't mention, and bring them with you. Bring them into that place of security, that place of safety, that place where only love and light can enter. We have a choice in every moment of every day. Am I going to honor who I truly am? Am I going to be that light? Or am I going to cover it up, hide it under a bushel so nobody sees it, and walk around blindly in the world, seeing only the destruction and the darkness? Let your light shine, dear ones. Let it shine bright. Turn up the intensity of that light. And just be. Just be in His presence. Ask for guidance. Ask for confirmation. You'll receive. You'll get your message. If you seek, you will find. And let's just give gratitude for that. Gratitude for a God who loves us so much, who wants the best from us. Just like the animals, so trusting, so loving. They know how to love unconditionally. Little Maya wanted to join in the prayer. Thank you, Maya. Thank you for giving us that animal love. Let's love on each other unconditionally, just as the angels and the animals do. This is sweet Maya. Somebody's jealous back there. I love you too. Yes, I do. I love you too, Lucy. All right, so let's share some love with each other. Hi. Oh my goodness. You are all puppy this morning. Come here. Come over here. Silly butt. Here we go. There we go. He's like a big rag doll. All right, so we're going to share some love and some gratitude, and we're just going to go into the knowingness that all our prayers were heard, that everyone that we lift up every day is seen. Hey, all right, get down then. No, stay. You can stay down because you're not behaving. He is a Muppet dog. He is a, ouch, he's a mess. Yeah, you, stop biting. Stop biting. My hand is not a toy. He has a room full of toys, but he chooses to bite on me. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know, I taste good, huh? All right, let me play Leo. Moose, do I need to put you outside while we say goodbye? Go. Come on, Leo, you can sing to us. There we go.
Earthlings, it's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go,
Come on, come on.
it's a beautiful
You're gonna
day.
dance, Lucy.
Just
You're
wanna
gonna
might
dance.
as well be part of it.
Come on, dance.
Peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. Do and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a photo where we can be together.
He's trying to dance.
There's always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every
He
day.
makes me laugh
To start
all the
day on a
time.
high vibe,
He's
we
so
call the
funny.
AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
What other country heard from? That's Jasper.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show.
Ricky, I leave tomorrow morning.
Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day.
Thank you, Charlie.
On a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the
Oh, thank you, Deirdre. Obviously, they think so.
To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Full of joy. I hope you got your cup filled with joy this morning. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, Annie. And Pat Moss.
No secret, we simply
Accept, align, and wow. Triple A, y'all. Good morning, Susie Pop. Oh, thank you for being with us this morning. Oh, I know, Leo. Max loves this Cuppa song.
cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you,
Oh, Annie, you're
namaste,
so
yo.
sweet.
Cup of joy, cup of full joy.
I'm so happy I could be here with you all this morning. What do you think, Maya? Maya is sticking close by my side. See her over there? A sweet little face. She reminds me of a little deer. She's a little deer dog. Oh, it's a little deer dog. Woo! Yes, Annie, we are so glad that all the Florida peas are doing well. As far as I have heard, I don't know if anybody that had any kind of damage happened during the hurricane, but we're safe here, and there's a lot of cleanup to do outside. There was a tree that knocked the power line out, and it was out for 2 days. I was 2 days without power, but it's all cleared up. I went out and about yesterday and saw some of the damage in the area. Yeah, there's a lot of cleanup to do. So pray that they can get that done in a timely manner. And thank you. Thank you to all. And please pray for Stacy Small Lord. She sent me some pictures of the flooding that happened in her neighborhood. And as of yesterday, she was still without power. So I'm not sure if she has it back on yet or not, but just pray that all of those whose power was knocked out, which I think was close to 1 million people, just pray that they all get it back on and that everything work perfectly. So I'll see what it looks like tomorrow for stopping and doing an afternoon cuppa. I'll do something, even if it's just for a few minutes. I'll come on and let you all know where I'm at along the road. And I'm going to keep just making my way up there toward Pennsylvania. It's going to be a long trip. So I'm going to put in a lot of hours of driving. And keep me in your prayers and give me a phone call. Let me know you're thinking about me. I love you so much. Oh, she did get her power back. Thank you, Annie. I'm so glad because I know what it's like to be without that and be without internet and any way to communicate at all. So those storms of life, they're no fun, but you know what? We made it through. We make it through, and we're better for it on the other side because we're more resilient. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. I love you so much, and I will see you later. Namaste, y'all.